name Atta. Title is my note. Body is this is my note. Yeah, it's working. Listen, I think you probably had some probably some syntax error or something. I wish you sent the screenshot of the error you were getting. Oh, this is read note. So the personal note you said is not working. Let me check that one. So instead of this, I will use this. Title is not. Okay, so now okay. Let me see. I think.
Ole, are you good?
Hey, Tosin Alpha.
Are you good?
I'm good, though. Good afternoon.
Wow, why are we printing? Okay. Oh, today name. Okay, F title. Now we have. We said print. Okay, print this one. Prints the heading. After this one prints the heading. This one prints the underlines. Then this does this. So for this, we have an else statement. I can't find the if statement. But for this, it was supposed to be if name. Oh, okay. Oh, this is it here. Actually, if name is equal to so now, but the problem is okay. I don't think there's a problem actually. Now what I'll do is I'll print this name and self.name so that I can see what's up. Print all of this, but instead of equal to print comma. Okay. I won't do create note again, just read personal notes. Atta. But atta is correct. So why can't I find those notes? Okay, so I'll do this. I'm debugging. 1 second. Atta. False. Oh, look at this atta and this atta don't seem to be the same. There's a space, and there's no space on this one. So what I'll do is I'll say dot strip. I don't know if you guys know the function strip. Strip will remove spaces in front and behind text. So I think it's those spaces that are causing it. So let me see if this works now. My name is Atta. Okay, true. So copy this. And then I'll replace this with this. Comment this out. Okay, so this is read personal notes. It's now working. So let me create a new user now. So this is Bolu. And Bolu says Bahamas chills, and the body is Bahamas was better than Hawaii so many times. Okay, so now you can, when Bolu logs in, Bolu can see just her own notes. And when what's his name? When Atta logs in, so if I switch back I'll remove this create notes now. Switch back to Atta. Sees his own notes. Switch to Bolu. She sees only her own notes. So what was back your issue? The issue was that although I don't know, like now that the fact that I don't know what exactly the error was, because when I first copied, I was getting some kind of invalid character error. But I don't believe that was your error. I feel like it was this one where you couldn't see the particular notes you're looking for. Was because when we are saving to when we are writing to the file, where is that place? Where's the place where we write? We put space. Oh, can you imagine? It's not even this. So yeah, we put space before the username. So what I'll do is I'll remove all these spaces. Okay, so let it be just itself. So if you come here now, you notice that this space does not exist. And this after, I can see that there's a space. Python is going to take it literally, as if that space is actually part of it. So I'm going to remove all the spaces. So every time we're writing a new value to to the file, there shouldn't be space. It needs to be as plain as possible. Okay. Now let's look at this date now. Sorry, can everybody hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. So okay, recording. Okay. All right, so that's that. I want to believe you are okay now. Do you need me to give you the code, or do you think you can fix it by yourself?
It's working now. I've tried it. Thank
Okay.
you.
Which one did you do? You put the strip, Abi?
Yes.
Okay, so that was all. All right.
Sorry, please give me the code though, please.
Yeah?
Please give me the code. I need the code, please. Thank you.
Okay. So I will. How do you even send this thing? That's nice. Desktop. Okay. We're supposed to do a very small bank app. How did that one go? How did it go? I never hear anybody talking about it. So. Yeah. Who did magic? No comment. Okay, at least who attempted it?
I attempted it, sir. But hello?
Yeah, okay. What happened?
Okay, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I attempted it, but I don't know. The error I was getting at the read my personal notes was what I was getting in the same
Oh, okay.
try to
So you
log
couldn't
in.
like sign in.
Yes.
Okay. So okay. So I want to believe like this should probably also solve that one.
Yeah, I'll try it now.
Okay. No wala. I'll share a bank app with you guys too. Let me see. So you can use that. If there's anything you don't understand in the code, you can just let me know. I'll open this folder. think I have a bank app here. So where is bank app? Bank. And this might be it. For the bank app. Perhaps one somewhere. So I run this now. Please, are you an existing customer? Yes or no? Yes or no? So yes, your name, account, password 1234. Search for user the CSV. Okay, what I'll do is open it directly inside the folder. So let me run it from here. I'll share this code with you, but let me just play around it and make sure that everything is okay before I share. No. Oh, there's already a pattern. Sorry, I want to check if I want to add something. Okay. So yes, I'm an existing user. My name is Atta. Password is 1234. Oh, yeah, it works. So I didn't really like create the whole experience, but you can always call, deposit, withdraw, login, all of those stuff are working. So you can go through the code and see it, format document. So I'll just share this with you guys now. We start from here. We have a user class. Then we have an account class. So the account class inherits from the user class. Okay, so what the user class has is name, age, email, phone, is logged in, and all of that stuff. Then it has create user and login. While account has generate account number, deposit, write balance value, withdraw, transfer, and then begin. So this begin was supposed to have like the whole logic, like, okay, you want to log in, do you want to withdraw, do you want to deposit, do you want to transfer, do you get all those kind of things, or do you want to generate your or do you want to generate your account statements? You get, because this app was supposed to be able to generate account statement too. So I'll share it with you guys. Okay, so it's a little bit skeletal, but I'm saying if, as you use it, if you wish to, you can actually build on top of it, because like this is like a this is like a scaffold, like a basic listing where you have a couple of things already written. You can go through it, try to understand it. If there's something you don't understand, you let me know. And then as you're going through it, if you feel, if you get into something like, I think I can improve on this, please, by all means, go ahead. And then if there's something that you feel like, maybe I don't know, I just come and show me too. Please, I'm all ears too. Okay, so let me share this to you guys now. I will uh I'll share this with you. I'll just zip it. Yeah. I'll add to archive, zip, zip it. I'll just share with you. I'll have done the Slack channel. Oh, I didn't send this one. Send. Yeah, I've sent that code, the first code. So I'll share this one now. Where is that place again? Attachments, computer, backup. This one. Okay, so yeah, I've shared it. Okay. Are there any questions, or is there anything somebody wants me to recap on? Please, let's not forget to attempt. It's very important. Please, let's try and be doing something. Okay, attempt. Try and do something during the week. Just try to play around the code, see what you can do with it. Okay, it's very, 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 very important. It will really help. So yeah, I'm saying, is there any question? Anybody have any question concerning OOP? So we can move to, what are we moving to next?
Mr. Ian, I
Yeah.
have a question on the OOP.
Okay, Mr. Asian. How are you?
For the login and log out assignment, I was thinking for login, for example, I think for login, there must be a table. Like there must be, for me, what I wanted to do was I wanted to create a dictionary in the class user. But that dictionary will be like a class variable. And then I'll now write a function, a method that will check when a user is logging in, whether the user name is in that dictionary, and if the password tallies with what is in the dictionary. That's what I wanted to do in my assignment, but I was finding it difficult to navigate between the class variable and the method inside the class. So that's why I couldn't do my assignment. So sir, I want you to explain more how can we reference a class variable in a class method. I don't know whether you understand my question.
So now I'm saying that to access a particular class variable, you just need to say self dot the variable name you give to that class variable.
Okay.
That does the trick here. So if you have a class variable, you said init, or even if you didn't do init, let's say you have a class variable, you said um, um, what do I call it? User list or user
Yes. Okay.
dictionary.
Yes.
And you want to access it from a variable called login or check if user exists. So
Yes.
inside that check user if user exists, you just say self dot users list, open brackets, check the person's name. That works. You get so something like this. Let me just do it. I don't know. Is my screen still shared? It's not shared. Let me share it again. Let me share my screen. Confuses me. Okay, share screen. Okay, so um So I say class class app. Um, now I say so I mean I'm just structuring my own like this. So your own I don't know how you structured yours. I'm sure there are simpler ways. You might have done yours in a simpler way. But
Yes, I
let's
understand.
like this. Okay. So, so you have all these guys like this. We have this. So now that's okay. Def this takes self and then the name of the person we want to look for. All I need to now say is self for key in self dot user dict dot keys is equal to data is equal to self dot user dict dot not dot self dot user dict. Okay, so key. Please, does this make sense to everybody so far? Is this fine?
Yes, yes. It's making sense.
So data. Let me stop here first.
Hello?
Now create the aspect of this class.
Hello?
App. Yeah.
Sorry, please. On in line 383, can you kindly comment it so we know what it does? And for also for line 384. By the time we are working on it, we would not get confused.
Okay. So line 3 3s3 and 3s4. So I should search for pattern. You can see what we have now. This prints out prints out each of the values we have in our dictionary. So if we add any more values,
Yeah.
it will just come out. So I say this is destiny. Destiny has 14,000 naira. Basic automatically it will show up. So now this will just check that down. And now say data. We know that this data, each of the data is actually like a dictionary that looks like this. Okay. There's actually no atta. Let me add an atta.
Excuse me. Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
I can hear you.
Sorry. What is the function of these numbers? Because this is the first time I'm seeing it. The number before the curly bracket, number colon.
Yeah, it's basically your regular key. Just the same way you have your key and value. It's just that I'm using numbers as the key instead of text.
Key and value. I thought the name was the key, then maybe like destiny will be the value.
Oh, okay. So now, this is the case. In this data structure, we have multiple dictionaries, yeah? Now,
Okay.
if what I could have done would have been, I could remove the number completely and then make it a list. But because I'm not using a list, I'm using a dictionary. So we have a dictionary of dictionaries. So this is a super dictionary which contains number 1 and its value, number 2 and its value. Now, each of those dictionaries which are values actually now have their own. So now, this is now the key. So this key name, Paul, belongs to this dictionary. And this dictionary here with the key of 1 belongs to this big dictionary.
Super dictionary.
Yes, the super dictionary. So that's basically what's happening.
Ethnology.
The structure I chose.
So we don't enter this one.
Eh? Okay, it makes sense, Abi.
It makes sense. What just here?
So let me run it now. So you can see that hello attack and login. Okay, so let me see. I want to look for John. Nobody. Okay, I think the John is capital G. So hello, John can login. So basically, this is it. Mr. Essien.
Yes, I understand. But in a situation where, you know, in our user class, the constructor in the constructor we said self.name, and then we made provision for name, like before the class can be before we uh, uh, open the class, like in the constructor we said name, and in that name we said self.name equals to name. Then in this place now, my question basically is this: how do you first of all check that that name in the constructor, that name provided in the constructor, is inside the dictionary? I understand this part that you've done. I understand. But how do you make sure that the first name given in the constructor is same as the name that is inside the class variable, which is this dictionary? And if it is not, the person is not allowed to log in. I don't know whether you understand.
Yeah, I understand. So in this case now, if we have our def init function,
Okay.
okay, we have our def init, and now this def init has name, age, and balance. And now let me just give them let me give them a default value.
Okay.
And let me say new. Yeah. We all understand what I've done here. Abi?
Yes, I understand.
So
Yes.
as self dot name equals to, instead of doing this, I'll say check user,
Okay. Self.check user. Okay.
and then give it the
Okay.
name that you passed.
Okay.
Now age, balance,
Okay.
and this would be okay. So now if I come here, instead of after I do this and blah blah blah,
Yeah.
and I'll say return name. So now
Okay.
when I run this now, this guy now is expecting to give a name, abi? Name John. So I'll
Yeah.
say name equals John. So now I'll just come here and print. Oh, oh, sorry, I shouldn't return name here. Okay, so if else return no user.
Found.
Okay, I'll found. So print no user dot. Let me see what's wrong. Oh, okay, sorry. App is the one supposed to take John. Okay. Do you understand the changes I've made?
Uh,
So new user is go to app, the name is go to John. So now we
yeah.
don't need to call check user again because check user is going to happen already in the init.
Automatically. Okay.
Yeah. So come back here now. Now I can run this. No user found. John, John not existing. John is existing. So let's
John is
so if data name.
Capital letter J. Okay.
Let me see where I'm wrong. No. Oh, okay, sorry. This should be self. No, this should be self dot name. Create name. Sorry, let me print the name here. Print. John is what is coming in. So trying to find out what is missing. So that side is correct. So let me see what this is giving. So just as we printed before to check, I'll print this too. And oh, okay. Okay. It's returning immediately. So this return statement here shouldn't be here. So I'll move it back to the else. All right. So that's where the problem was. So run now. Okay. So hello, John can log in. Where am I printing? Looks like I'm printing somewhere. I'm not sure. It's fine. So basically, the check is happening here. Okay. When we say self.name is equal to check the user, it calls this check user, passes that name to it. That check user goes through all the names we have in our dictionary. Once it finds that particular person's name, then it will say, okay, this person can log in, and then put the name there. But if it doesn't find the name, what we'll have is no user found. So if I should come and change this and say, okay, get us dial and run this, no user found because there's no dial. But say yeah, Atta is the guy. Atta can log in, and then the name is Atta.
Okay. So this sorry, sir. This if name was not in the in its function. Hello, sir. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, I said in the check method, the name here, there's no need to say self.name because it was not, the name was not in the init method.
Yeah, because the name does not exist yet. So we can't say self.
Okay. Okay.
We say self does name, it will not, like, there's almost nothing we are referencing that way. Because self does name is the one that is even asking us for the, like, oh yeah, help us check this thing. So we cannot even come back to ask him that, oh yeah, give me the name. Because it's the one requesting for the name in the first place.
Okay. I think that was where I was having problems. So I couldn't get the connection, and that's why I didn't complete. I didn't do the assignment because I was battling between these points.
Okay. But you know that you're supposed to, okay, well, it's fine, you can play around with this first. Okay. But at the end of the day, you're supposed to use excuse me. You're supposed to actually use file. You're supposed to do it from a file. But you want to just play with this first, get it working. Then you now move to using file.
Yes, that's what I wanted to do first.
Okay, no problem. So this is basically it, and I think it's about the same logic. It's just that in this case now we are running from a dictionary. So in that case, what we'll be looking through is we'll be looking through the data in a file. This one we are looking through the data in a dictionary. but it's basically the
Okay.
same thing. I'm just looking for values.
Okay, sir. Please send this work to this file
This,
to the
okay.
Slack.
Okay.
Medium.
No problem. I'll remove all this data. Where am I? I can't delete all this data. Okay, what I'll do now is I will okay. I'll create a new file. I'll copy all the code from here down. Create a new file. Okay, so I've shared it. All right.
Oh, thank
So
you, sir. Thank you.
welcome. So okay. So anybody else with a question, problem? We are going to move to what was that stuff? Sorry, hey, please. I want to ask, what week are we in?
We should be in week 8.
Wow, week 8. Wow,
Yes.
That's serious. Yeah, no, Allah. Let's see how we can pull this thing off. So okay, so we are just leaving hope now. So let's talk
No,
about.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we are in week 8, but I'm not very sure, sir.
Okay. Other guys, how far? What do you guys think? Who knows? Nobody knows the week we are in. Okay. No problem. No problem. Just go on.
We've not done web scraping. We've not done web scraping with Python. We've not done modules. Okay, we are in week 7. We've not done. I think last week you wanted to say something about request module and web scraping. That's what you wanted to.
Yeah. So yeah. So I know that on the curriculum we are in week 7, but
Okay.
I'm now thinking that in real life, where are we?
Okay.
Let's say that. Okay, let's just continue. So week 7, we are in week 7 now. So
let me confirm. Let me check the calendar.
Okay.
Because I knew when we started.
Okay. So working with CSV files, I think we are fine now. Abi?
Yes.
Are we fine? I think I shared the file with you guys that you should play with.
We are in week 7.
Oh, we are
Yes.
Okay, we are in week 7 now.
But we've not started using IPython notes. So
no, you don't need to start using IPython notes first before you can start playing with CSV files.
Okay.
Like IPython notebook just makes it just gives you a nicer platform. But everything you can do, you can do with VS Code.
Okay.
We'll move to IPython notebook when we are doing CSV, when we are doing MySQL. Okay, what did I say if you do with this next week stuff? Oh, okay, we did it last week already.
Yes.
We did it last week. Okay, okay. Mm. So working with CSV files now, it should be okay now. I mean, if I give you two CSV files and I say, okay, this CSV file, something is missing. Can you help me find the corresponding things that are missing in this file from another file? Would you be able to do that? Like I say, I have this file. This file is like a master sheet of all my employees. Then I say, okay, this is another file that contains all the employees that come from Nigeria. But on that particular file, I don't have their email addresses or their phone number. But their phone number is on the master sheet, and there are plenty. And I say that I cannot go and be looking at them one by one. That please, can you help me search for them from your own listing? Like, can you help me search from them from the other file? Will you be able to do that? Like, you now go through this other file, check for the person's name. If you see that person's name, get the corresponding phone number and put it in the other one.
Yes.
You'll be able to do that.
I think we'll be able to, we'll just create a class. We'll create what's it called? The class object. Then we'll import it. I think that's something we'll do.
Yeah, okay. When you open the file, you look
We'll
through
read
the
it. We'll read.
You read the file, yes. Then we now ask you
We'll
that
use
if so and so,
if yeah.
equals so and so. If name equals so and so, print. We will have assigned the email to a variable. So print so and so email, something like that, Sha.
Okay. No wala. Okay. So I'll read that we are good with CSV files already. We are good with CSV files. So what I'll do now is that I'll just give us something to play with. So there's this site, Film Data. I want to believe that Film Data still works. Okay. So this is a little bit of a natural language processing or text extraction or string manipulation, anyone you want to call it. So I'll call this. I'll take So we'll take these files. We have. This is a COVID-19. This is a COVID-19 tracker. I can't remember. I think it's WHO that is backing it. So they have all this data which you can download. So you have confirmed global cases, confirmed global deaths, and then confirmed global recoveries. So we can download this file. Let me drop I'll drop the URL for you. I'll drop the URL. So, I'll download the files too at the same time. As much as I'm giving you the URL, I'll still download it. So download. This is confirm global. Download. This is confirm. And then download. This is recoveries. So now, if I say, okay, guys, please, could you help me? So save this. Okay. So I say, guys, okay, I'll open this file. Okay, so this is what it looks like. You have all these countries. Okay, so you have all these countries like this, Afghanistan, all of them. Now this is the date. So from January, okay, from January till date, all the cases are there. Do you get? All the cases are there. This is cases up to 9/04/2020. Oh, yeah, 9. We are in the 9th month. So, okay, up to yesterday. So these are all the cases that like day by day. So I say, okay, guys, please help me extract for all the countries in these three files, all the cases that were found. So the cases, the deaths, and the recovery. So like you have this file like this now, and it is you just have recoveries here. You have another CSV file that is just confirmed. Okay, one is confirmed cases, one is recoveries, one is deaths. So I like, okay, as it is like this, instead of this, we want to have something that is just, I'll go back to the end. We want to have something that looks more like this. Country name, cases, deaths, recoveries. Okay, so we'll have each of them like this. So it's going to be together as one stuff instead of it just flying up and down, like you just have plenty of stuff. Okay, so let me know about this. So basically, we want to have something that looks like this. So from these three files, you want to get all the countries. Then if I say, okay, I want for March 20th, it will give me all the country names, all the cases, and all the deaths, all the recoveries for March 20th. If I say give me for July 12th, it will give me for July 12th. I don't know if you understand the logic or like the question. The question makes sense.
Sir, can you repeat it again? Please, can you repeat again?
Okay, so now you have three files. One contains cases, one contains deaths, and then one contains recoveries for COVID-19 for all the countries of the world. So as you can see now, you have Afghanistan, Albania, China, like different countries here. So now what you want to do is that you want to now find a way to filter. Okay, so that I say, okay, now you can see that there are dates here. This is this is March. Okay, no, this is February. This is February. You can let me see which month is this. This is still February. Go down, down, down. This is May. You guys, you have all of them like that. Now you want to be able to find out, okay, I don't want to be going through each of the files every time to get who I want to get. I want to just be able to say, okay, give me all the data for March, for July 15th. It will now go from the three files. It's going to say, okay, Afghanistan, March 23 for only cases. Take it, put it in the other file. For Canada, cases, March 23, put it. Now, at the end of the day, what we now have is a file that looks like, the data looks like this. So where's that one I wrote? We now have a file that the data looks like this. Instead of having plenty things, we'll just have, what's happening? We'll just have a new file that all it contains is country name, cases, and dates. Now we'll now have, okay, Afghanistan, blah, blah, blah. All of them will look like this now. Let's say this is recoveries. Here, we'll have the dates here. We'll have the cases here. I'll come here and copy the name of the countries. Put this one here. So at the end of the day, what we'll have is something that looks like this. Something that looks like this. So here I just know that, okay, for July 15th, these were the cases, these were the deaths, these were the recoveries. If I say, okay, give me for March 15th, it will go and do the same thing. Get the cases, recoveries, deaths, and just put it into one table so that I can just come and be looking at it. Instead of, because right now what it is, that I can just be seeing, I can either see deaths, I can see cases, I can see recoveries. But what we are trying to do is, we're trying to say, you're going to write a program that will go through the three files and then compile it like this for any particular date that we ask for. Does that make sense now?
Yes, sir.
So we can pull it off.
Makes sense.
So these are basic data science requirements that you find
Sir,
yourself. Yeah.
these are 3 files, and
Yes.
I think we will need to merge them up before we can write a condition that will select this.
No, you don't need to merge it. Though. If you try to merge it, that will just be more work. So Python, you can actually write it that the Python program you write will be handling
Yeah.
them as 3 separate files. When it now takes
Okay.
it, you can now be checking them one by one. Because if you try to
Okay.
merge it, you just you give yourself plenty headache.
Okay.
So it's best to actually just treat them as separate files. Then start searching through.
Okay.
Yeah. So any question on how on this stuff? It will be interesting when you are doing it. So you are going to just make it. I'll say, okay, give me for 01/04/2020. It will go. It will now give me another CSV file. It's now tell me that your data is ready. It will print out your data is ready. If I go to the folder, I'll see my data there. When I open it, I'll see the data it has compiled. If possible, if you can name it by the date that I put. So if I say 01/02/20, it will now create a new file, call it 01/02/20 cases, death, recoveries. Makes sense? Okay. So that's that. So I'll drop this on the group for you guys now. Let me just drop it down. 3 files. Okay. Yes, stop. Sorry, I want to write the question out so that you can always go back to it. Okay, so this is it, Abi. So let's give that a shot. Okay, let's give that a shot. These are tiny things that you might find yourself having to do. So, like, like personally, I recently just got like a gig. I'm still like in kind of processing it, and it's basically I'm basically extracting data from some kind of financial materials, and what we're trying to do is extract some data with some particular keywords and get the total amount, like the total that they amounts to, and then be able to put the interest based on the time that that data has, like that particular values have actually exceeded their times. And I mean, this is like basic stuff that you just sit down and do in Python here. So text extraction, text manipulation, and all is really important. Like all this kind of basic stuff, working with files. In fact, working with files is really important. Like that's the main. When they say automating boring stuff with Python, I feel like text extraction is one of the key stuff that you find yourself having to do, and it's good for you to have it in your. It's good for you to have it in your data set, in your
Hello.
toolbox rather. Yeah.
Okay, if like I'm trying to think about how this assignment will go. Like for these three files, are we going to say like file name one, file name two, like file name one equals to so something 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 read this the name of this file, then file name two read this, then file name three. Then the next one, which is going to be the file we are writing to, we are going to after it has read data from these files, we are going to say it should write into that new file we are trying to create. Is it going to do something like that?
Yes, that's what it's going to do.
All
So
right.
to take data
I
from
have a
file
clue.
from file one, file two, file three. So it checks
Mhm.
file one for Afghanistan, or for let's say it checks each of the it checks file one. I say okay, file one is cases. To go to the particular date for cases. Say okay, January 15th. Check file name two. Oh yeah, January 15th, Afghanistan, what was the value? Oh yeah, date, January 15th, what was the value? It gets all the three, write it into a new file. Go to the next country. Oh yeah, Nigeria. Cases, what was your value? To get it. Oh yeah, debt, what was your value? You get it. Put it again. You should go around each of them like that, like that, like that, and that's it.
Okay, the new file we are creating is going to be country name, uh, total number of deaths, country name,
Mm.
total number of deaths, total number of recovery, and what?
So yeah, it's going to contain
Okay,
uh, yeah. So debts. So for the three files, cases, debts, and recoveries.
okay, country cases and country.
So country, cases, debts,
Okay,
recoveries.
okay, country cases.
Countries,
Okay. All right.
cases, debts, recoveries. Those are the values. I want to download them. I want to download them and play. Sorry. Hello guys. Sorry. Okay. So where am I? All right. So let's go to we're going to talk about requests here. Talk about requests. So basically, request is uh, request is how you use Python to interact with the internet. Okay, request is basically how you interact with the internet with Python. So what do I mean by that? Many a time you might need to retrieve data from the internet, like data that is not locally available to you. You want to retrieve that kind of data from the internet. How do you do this? So for example, if somebody tells you that, please, uh, can you help us? We have our sales data and it lives in so database. Can you help us check? Can you help us write a code that will access the database and then fetch all the data, and then let it just be emailing it to our boss every morning. Okay, just write a small code to be doing that. Now, how do you, from the beginning, the first thing you need to do is be able to fetch the data, Abi. Now, how do you even fetch this data? That's question one. So now, that's where request comes in. Okay, for data that lives in the internet that you need to get, you use request to get it. Okay, so and what's the syntax? The syntax is very simple. So first is first, you need to even have the request module. Okay, so let me search for request icon. Okay, so I don't know if there's any place where the request module is like well explained. So let's see. Education might be a good place. So in this post, request tutorial with Python. Okay, in this post, I will explain to you the basics of the request module and how you can send HTTP 1.1 requests using Python. By the end of this blog, you're able to perform the following: perform web scraping using Python. I will be covering following topics in this post. Following topics in this post. What is request module? Installing request module, making a get request, downloading image request, making blah blah, everything is a request. So now, what is request module? Request in Python, right? Request is a Python module that you can use to send all kinds of HTTP requests. Okay, now I'm sure all of us, everybody online right now knows what HTTP request means. Is there anybody that is not familiar with that phrase, HTTP request? Okay, so we can continue. So now, it is easy. It is an easy to use library with a lot of features ranging from passing parameters in URLs to sending custom headers and SSL verification. In this tutorial, you will learn how to use the library to send simple HTTP requests in Python. Requests allow you to send HTTP 1.1 requests. You can add headers, form data, multi-path files, and parameters with simple Python dictionaries, and access the response data in the same way. Now, to installing the request module, so the first thing you want to do is pip install request. Okay, so open your command prompt, okay, and then type pip install request. So please let's do this on our system. You should see it should do all of this stuff and say it is ready. So let's do this real quick. Open your command prompt and then type pip install requests. We good?
Not yet. Still blinking.
Okay.
From here, it said could not find a version that satisfies the requirement request.
What did you type? Pip install requests.
Yes, request S. Okay.
Really, you shouldn't have that kind of error. Let me see. I cannot find. What version of Python are you using?
I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
type Python or just type Python in your command prompt.
No, initially I didn't put S in the requests.
Oh, okay.
But
Now
now
you put S.
it's still blinking. It's still blinking.
Okay, that one should work. Is requests with S.
Amen. Oh. Okay. Requirements already satisfied. Blah blah
Okay.
blah. Plenty English.
Okay.
So what next should I do? Or we do?
If they are done, Abi, is everybody done?
I've used it before, so I've installed it before.
Okay. All right. So if that's good, now basically the request module, all you need to do is just call. So there's different kind of requests here. There is what's that stuff called? There is you have get requests and then you have post requests. Okay, now get requests are requests that are not secure basically. Like there are sometimes you make requests in the internet that don't need to be requests. Okay, they don't need to be uh they don't need to be what's it called? They don't need to be secure. You can just send them and you're done. So requests like when you need a website, when you need a web page. So when you just go to your browser and type google.com or jumia.com, those are uh, those are insecure requests. Those are insecure requests. They are not because they are insecure because they are not they are not encrypted. Like all the data that passes along between you and the server is openly visible to people. Okay, so those kind of requests are like that. Now, in the case of requests that in the case of requests where you need security, like when you are sending your password to the server, sending your username, all those kind of things, those are post requests. Okay, so there's a difference between you mostly use post requests when you are trying to send something to the server. But if you are just requesting data from the server, most of the time, you don't need to use post, except those details are maybe sensitive data. But if it's not sensitive, then no, there's no need. You can just use your get request, and that works. So let's see how you would make a simple request in using this thing, using the request module. So that you can see it down. First thing you need to say is import request. So you import request, and then you now say request.get, and then the URL you want to get from. Okay, so now let's try and do this in our system. Now I'll create a new file. Okay, let me close this. And then, okay, I'll do it here. We don't have a folder for this class. Okay, I don't have one. Should I have a tech bridge? Okay, so this new file requests module .py. Okay, request module.py. Now request module. Now, so the first thing we want to do is import requests. So now request dot get jumia.com. http jumia.com.ng. I think this is the actual site. Now print data. So our response is 200. Okay. And 200 is basically an HTTP code for everything is okay. And there are different HTTP codes. Let me make one error now. Let me say jumia.com/ some weird stuff around this. That's what I have. You see that 404. Okay, there are different kinds of errors. Now, before we go into our deep dive, let's see what some errors could be. HTTP error codes. Okay, there are plenty of them. From, I don't know if there's 100, but I know there's from 200 upwards. So, okay, there's even one X, informational response. So you can see that 100X is an informational response, 200X is success response, 300X is redirection error, response, 400X is client error, 500X is server error. Okay, so now basically what this means is that, like for example, 100 means one something means that the server is giving you some information. 2-ish, all this 200, 2 something, those ones are telling you that okay, everything, what you sent, what you requested for was successful, everything is working fine. 400X means that you made an error when you were sending that data. Just like in the case of this jumia.com that I put jumia.com/rubbish. This means that why it's giving me 404 means that I probably sent something that does not make sense to Jumia. Okay, so we'll see, let's look for 404 here now. This 200, where is 404? You can see that not found. The request resource could not be found, but may be available in the future. So it basically means that I sent something that does not exist in Jumia, because like normally Jumia has stuff like jumia.com/ maybe like phones or something. I don't know. Smartphone. Let me see phone. Let's see if this will work. Still 404. But basically, that's how their this actually is. The jumia.com.ng. I'll just go to one of their categories now and say in phones, we go to smartphones. Okay, it's actually / smartphones. So from phone, I change this to smartphones. So now this is 200 again. You get, so basically what this request is doing is that it can just visit a page and get stuff from it. So basically you have different error codes. So when you see the error code, you can tell if your request was successful or not. I can also tell where the problem is from, whether it's from you or whether it's from the server. So in the case where that server does not exist or something is wrong, you will get 500. So for example, if I come here now and say, okay, xx23jumia.com and I run this, that's what we'll have. Error of life. Unable to establish, like this one, the server does not even exist. So first. Let me see this. This one does not even give us error code here because I think because that server does not exist. So basically, you have all these error codes. When you see them, you just know that they exist. When you see them, you know which is which and what it is your error is. Now back to the request module. This jumia.com basically gives you it gives you HTML data. Okay, so now when you make a request like this, request.get, what it returns to you could be anything based on what the server is returning. Now, some servers will return to you JSON. Most of the things that will return JSON and all of those stuff will be URLs that have been deemed API. Okay, so if a URL is an API or an endpoint, then it will return to you a JSON file or a JSON response. But if it is just a normal, if it's just a normal URL, to return HTML. So for this kind of site, now what I can say is .content. Okay, and then when I run this, oh yeah, you should get a load of HTML. You can see the HTML content. Now this is the same HTML. This HTML content you are seeing is the same data. So now if I well, let it finish, you'll be seeing stuff like smartphones, Huawei. You shall be seeing different optical zoom, smartphone, screen size. Like you can try to assist so you just it's still the thing is plenty, so it's still loading. Now all this HTML is this HTML here. So now if I inspect this Jumia page, say first click. So if I come here and inspect, now that data you're seeing here, yes, all this data you're seeing here is the same data that you're seeing here. Now this HTML data is what makes up this Jumia page. Is what they've written to form this page. Okay, and your data can come in any format like this. So if we go to google.com too, it's the same thing. That Jumia is so plenty. So I'll take google.com, I'll paste it here, paste and run. So you can see Google is not plenty, so this one has finished loading. So now okay, let's see. You can actually now generate your own page with it, do anything you want to do. But let's now see. This is not where we're going to first. We'll first of all look at. I want us to first of all look at using this request module on stuff called APIs. Okay, let's see. What do we have on our curriculum actually? Oh, sorry, I'm not sharing again. Zoom. Okay, please, have I left anybody behind, or are we all fine? Feedback, please.
I'm fine. Code running well.
Okay. Okay. So let's now go and let's try and get an API. Now, basically, before I even start saying, okay, API, all this API that I've been saying, how do I move this thing away from here? Move to this side. Thank you. So, okay. All right. So, okay. So, end request and endpoints. Okay. So, endpoint. So let's see. Let's go and see what's an API. Does anybody here have an idea of what an API is? Yeah. Oh, okay, nice. Okay. All right. So API. Okay. Somebody say something.
API means application interface. Okay, you've already opened it.
Okay. So I've opened it, but can you give us like a do you mind giving us like a brief explanation on what it is and what it's all about?
Okay, an API is like an entrance to. Okay, if you want to call another application into your own application, so you need an access point. Say, for example, want to use Facebook Messenger on our application. We will need a Facebook API code we will need to write that Facebook API code on our own code, and then that's when we'll be able to use Facebook Messenger on our application. So that's what I understand.
Okay, so basically, APIs are like endpoints or holes or hoses, if I can call it that, or pipelines that have been created into a server, okay, that can supply you a particular kind of data. You get? So it's actually not limited to, it's not limited to servers, okay. APIs exist in plenty places. APIs also exist in like minor hardware. You get? Like in your laptop, there are APIs there. So you have a computer. If you open your laptop now, you'll see that your laptop might be HP, but as your laptop is HP, you check your screen, and your screen is a LG. You check your hard drive is Toshiba. You check your camera is a, what do they call them? Is Zeiss. You check your, just check different things. You see that it's different people that made it. But laptop gone is HP. Like, how does that work? So different people make different things. Now all the guys that have made all this stuff, they will expose APIs for HP to use. Okay, now what this API thing? API is, as we said originally, that API is basically like a pipeline that has been created for you to communicate with another thing. Yeah. So the full meaning is application, program, interface. So what's all of that? You have an application and you have a program. Now the application needs to communicate with a program. And if the application needs to communicate with a program, two of them might not be speaking in the same language and they are not even running in the same place, but they need to share information. Now, how do they share information? For them to be able to share information, they need a particular language to be able to transfer that data, and that is what that API is. So just like that, just like you said earlier, that okay, you want to integrate some Facebook Messenger things into your application, or you want to implement some Twitter things, you want to be getting feeds of Twitter into your application. How do you do it? You go ahead and say, okay, the first thing you want to do is you create an account with you create a developer account with what's it called, with Twitter. Then they will give you all their URLs. So if you go there, actually, we can actually visit it now. Twitter developer. Twitter developer. So I go to Twitter developer now. I'll go to where is their documentation? Documentation. Okay, so I'll just check one of these ones. Okay, Twitter API. Let me see what's available. I want to just go to where they have code directly. Not, I don't, so that we don't do plenty.
Can we go to Twitter API interface?
Where is that?
No, from my end, I'm seeing something like that.
Oh, okay. What URL are you at? Stream tweet in real time.
From Google. I just typed Twitter developer.
Check it out. You can check that out. I'm just.
Let me see.
Next. There's supposed to be something around. There's supposed to be a place where they put the URLs. Kiran Shele, why am I going back and forth? Okay, so I think I'm close. They've really changed this interface. Let me just use this. Let me see if they actually put the URLs there. Okay, so they just put this is C URL. Okay, Python. Okay. There's a place where they actually really describe it. I'll try and look it up. I think they've made some changes since the last time I was here. So normally what you can access is that you can actually access like get people's tweets, see like say okay, you want to check what people are tweeting about Buhari, you want to see what people are tweeting about dollars or Canada or whatever, you want to just get like, so you can just use that particular IP and say, okay, fetch all the last 1,000 tweets on Nigeria. Okay, that will give you all the last tweets, all the last things that people said about Nigeria, or get all the last tweets about. So you get stuff like that. It will just give it to you. I don't know why I can't easily find the code. There's a place where they actually write okay request and all of that. But anyway, this is just like an example. There's another one that you can actually use easily. I'll check out this API. You can also browse around this Twitter documentation to see if you can find it. There's this one. Open weather map dots. Yeah, this one actually gives you data on weather. Okay, this gives you weather on data on weather. So if you go through this, okay, you can know my location. API. Okay. So I can just check anyone. Let me say hourly forecast. So I come to hourly forecast. Now they say, okay, if you want to get sample stuff, you see they always describe everything. Hourly forecast by open weather map, hourly forecast for 4 days with 96 timestamps and higher geographic accuracy. Call hourly forecast data, blah blah blah. By city name, you can search weather forecast for 4 days or 96 hours with data every hour by city name. All weather data can be obtained in JSON or XML formats. Okay, this is pro. I don't know if it will work. I think you have to pay for this. They are the ones that are free, but let me try it out. Example call. Let me try this example call. XML file now. This one is pro. You have to pay for it. Let me go back to another one. Is this pro? Okay, this is not pro. Let me try. This is London data. Check. Okay, so this is London data. So let's take this URL now and put it. I'm sure you can see that the response that this API gives to us, by all the things we know now, that this is basically a dictionary. So open it little by little. Let me close everything. So this is a dictionary first, Abby. Now, JSON, what we call dictionary in Python, in the general world is known as a JSON file. Okay, and JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation. Okay, JavaScript Object Notation. That's what JSON stands for. It's the more general form of data transmission between two platforms. Okay, it's the more general form for transmitting data between two platforms. Somehow it has been widely accepted. I think it's because of the ease of using it. So it's easy for me to read a JSON file. So it just makes life simple as compared to any other formats. Like another formats could be XML, but XML is not so easy to read. XML is I can't remember the extended markup language. I think XML means extended markup language. Yeah, I think so. So if you are reading it, it has all these tags and all of this stuff that make it not so user friendly. So it might not be the most interesting thing or the most elegant thing to go through. But for JSON are basically dictionaries. So if you look at this now, this is a JSON file, which is also what we call a dictionary in Python. So now, if I go through this guy, okay, we would see that this is your own dictionary. I can close it, open it. It has coordinates. Now, this coordinates, the key is coordinates. The value is another dictionary, okay, which contains longitude and latitude. You have weather, which is another dictionary. Okay, no, weather is a list that contains one dictionary. And what it has is ID, main, so drizzle. So this is London now. It means that there is going to be light drizzle in it's drizzling in let me see the time. It's going to drizzle in London at this particular time, and it's going to be light intensity drizzle. Main, this is the temperature, humidity, weather, visibility 1000, wind, you can see the wind speed, clouds. You get all this data. Name of the city is London. There's actually, you can get Lagos if you want to. Let me see if I can actually type Lagos. I don't know if Lagos will work. Well, no, they actually have Lagos, but I don't know if it's just Lagos. All right, Lagos. Okay, so this is Lagos data now. It's still giving, Lagos. NG. Nah, still giving us low. I think this is like a sample request, so I can't really change it. But let's just use this for now. I'll give out another URL that you can use to access more cities. Okay, so with this, you can actually build really cool stuff, like even in Python, even with this our command line. Okay, so here, instead of this google.com that gives us HTML, I'll put the open weather URL, and then let's run this. So you can see that same data that we have here is here now. Okay, coordinates. But now instead of saying content, because right now this data here is, let's see, I'll call this response, and then data is equal to response dot JSON. Okay, sorry. First of all, what we had before was content. Then print data. Okay, so that's fine, Abby. So now let's say print type data. Every what type of data is that class bytes. But I mean, we don't need bytes. Okay, what we need right now is, we know that our data is coming in as JSON because the open weather map people have told us already that data is available in JSON, XML or HTML format. So if they've told us that, it means that we can actually just come here and say, please give me the .json. So every API always has a documentation. It is from that documentation you would know what to do. Now you can see that when I said JSON, what do we have the type as? Is now dict. Okay, it's now dict. So now what I want you to do now is, okay, before I go to what I want you to do, run this. Okay, so we have this. This is the data. Now, I mean, we've already done data structures, and we should be good at this already. So now what I want you to do is, I want you to print only the, what's it called? Let me see. I want you to print the temperature max, this value here. From this value, from this thing we've done, from this data, print temperature temp max. Please, let's do it now. Quick exercise, please. Let's do it now. Am I even sharing my screen? Okay. Please, let's do it now. Is everybody with me?
I'm with you.
Okay. So let's print temperature marks, temp marks from this data. It's basically a dictionary. So you should be able to pull that off easily.
What's the value of K?
How far? How far, guys? Are you done? This is 1 minute walk. 1 minute. Hmm?
He's giving me none.
What did you say?
He's giving me none. None.
Let me see. Oh, yeah, share your screen. Let me stop sharing. Let me see.
Okay, you have to give me a few minutes. This
Okay.
link.
No. Everybody will participate, whether it's participate or participate. So I copy the URL. Oh, okay. The URL. Sorry. See me. And I give people work to be writing plenty things. This is the URL. Sorry.
Okay, I'm in now. Hello.
I'm
Hello.
with you. I'm here. I'm with you.
All right. From here, if I decide to just print data 3, it will give me this code above, this one here. But when I decide to get what's it called, temp underscore max, it was giving me none. Hear me?
Hello.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know you're not hearing me. I said you've resurvey your data structure. There's something you have missed. Okay, that's why you're getting none because temp max does not exist in the super dictionary. So look at the way your dictionary is structured. You've
Okay.
missed a particular step. Okay. So temp max is not
Code.
directly in the super dictionary. You need to find where is it and step through it and find it.
Mm.
You're a scholar of dictionaries.
Mm. Let me try record. I'm getting confused. Mm-hmm. What is working? So, okay. This is temp max. Okay. Uh, this code. This one is. This one is. No. Temp. So it should be temp don't. Abi? The key is temp. The value is temp max. Hey, problem. I said no. Try. Is this it?
Yeah, you're close. You're close. But now we need temp marks.
It's showing
Yeah,
on my
very
laptop. Okay, sorry.
well, like I need to see just 281, not all of these things, not all of this data I'm saying.
Hey, I forgotten how to call dictionary. Jesus. I remember for lists. I forgotten for. I think it's dot or temp max having.
No.
Okay, then it has to be this. And yeah, yaga yaga. Aye. Let me try again. Oh, there's nothing I can do. Okay. This one I jelly.
No, this one is not correct. This is more wrong.
This is not wrong.
This is wronger than the other one.
My, just give me the connection. I've forgotten this thing, please.
Who has finished now? Zero.
Who has finished? Let us see your code.
Hello, Miss Baraka. How come we're not hearing from you?
I'm still on it too.
I'm waiting to see your magic.
I'm still on it. I've forgotten the how to access the dictionary.
It's
See,
just
Tosin is just
what
putting all the brackets that they have in the keyboard. Which
I
one is
remember. It's either
which?
it's not colon, it's not dot. It's either that uses dot. Ah,
Mr. Essien Alpha.
I go Google.
Hello, Mr. Essien.
I'm working on it. I'll soon be done.
Oh, okay. Mr. Essien is almost done. He has almost finished it.
That is an about
I beg you, anyone.
our guy. Hey, this is it. Don't forget. But if you don't get your school, how will you?
Other people, our people. How far now? Mr. David. And I'm about to say Blessing, but Blessing will say that no, that's not her name. Please, Miss Blessing, hello.
Hey, ay, ay, ay. I don't know. Christ. I say we get zero, say get mark. I don't know. Help me.
Oh, Mr. Tosin. Now,
Hmm?
wow, I actually, because the thing is that if I show you now,
Hmm.
the other somebody is waiting. Let me.
So
Just show
I
me.
think there's a problem. Oh,
Problem.
yes, the JSON is in bytes.
No, so have you done your response.json? Because if your response is .json, you not have bytes again.
Okay.
And nobody has done magic in this thing.
I've done the magic, but the magic is not complete.
Ah, mm-hmm. I add the last secret ingredients now. You're almost there actually. It's just that all these extra signs and symbols that you're putting, so they why you me.
Okay, which one should I remove?
The colon, the full colon.
What about now?
Yeah, I mean it's better now, but it's not like it's work. Not like it's work. I'm sorry, I can't give you the answer right now because I mean other people are trying out. So
Okay,
it won't be
leave
fair
it.
to them.
Let them
Who
rack
has
their
finished?
brain. Don't be racking together. Yeah.
You guess it now. It's very basic. What you mean is just very tiny from where you are.
You want us?
Sorry, sir. I was not listening when you say something about that response dot JSON. So I think that's where me I'm missing it, sir.
Oh, okay. No, wala. Yeah, let me just do it because we are running out of time, and I think my inverter is going to go off anytime. So let me just make the
Thank God.
best use of our time.
Let me just stop sharing.
Okay. No, wait. Let me just show you. Let me give you your answer. So remove the second data 3 temp marks. Now take that the bracket temp marks. Take all of that. Cut it off. Cut it. Don't
This
delete
one.
it to cut from the square bracket to the other square bracket. No, with the square bracket. Hmm. Don't cut. Don't delete it. Highlight it and cut it.
So
Control
it should
Z.
be like this.
Control Z. Control Z. Now highlight it, including the including the bracket. Cut. Control X. Oh yeah. In front of the closed bracket. Paste it. Oh yeah. Close your print. Oh yeah. Run it.
Good. Technology. Oh, wow. Hey. Wow.
You can start sharing. I can see that it was very easy, Abby.
It was not easy, Coco.
Okay. All right. So let me share my screen. So yeah, so basically what we had there is, so we said, okay, get the data from this URL. The data coming in is going to be JSON. Now that JSON data that comes in our Python is a dictionary. So we can say, okay, those keys, and of which we can actually see it here that code, weather, blah, 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 description. What we are looking for is let's just run this one. Print with the keys, and the keys are code, weather, base, main, visibility, wind, clouds, DT, sys, ID, name, and code. And we're looking for temp marks, and temp marks is inside main. Temp marks is inside main. Temp marks is inside main. So it means that I can say main. So this is main now, Abby. And main has all of this stuff. So I can say, okay, temp marks. Okay, let me, if I do temp marks dot keys, and this one now is temp, pressure, humidity, temp min, and temp max. And what I want is temp max. So so from data, retrieve the main, and from main, retrieve the temp max. And voila. Okay, you have this. Basic. So yeah. So this is it. And this is like a simple dictionary. So I'm going to give you another URL now. And this URL might be more elaborate. Okay, this one is going to be a little more elaborate than this one. So let's roll through that. So within the Explorer. Now this one actually, you can see that this one contains only one data. That one contains plenty data. So I'll Oh no, this is not it. File, open, recent, Python files. So I'll just search for the URL and share it with you guys. Oh wait, why can't I find it here? Okay, let me check here. Sorry, I just want to retrieve the URL. My desktop. Okay, I think this is it. I think this is it. I'll just copy all of this. Open, recent. Okay, so I'll comment this out. So we've seen like a brief of on this one. Now this is the full URL. Okay, so this place I have city ID. This is the city ID. I think this is city ID for Lagos, and then this is the app ID. Okay, and this is the app ID. App ID. So if you want to get your own app ID, that'll be API key rather. You can register. Okay, just come here and sign up. Where is it? Where is it? So where's sign up? So create an account. Once you create an account, they'll give you an API key. So that API key, you replace it with this. This is my own API key. Okay. So register and they'll send it to your mail. So I'll share this URL with you. Now, if I run this one now, you see what we have now. So that this one is more elaborate. It's plenty. Okay, it's actually very plenty. So gives you. I will print URL. I will make the request. Okay, so this is the URL. So let's visit it on Chrome. So you see, this one is plenty data. Okay, so this one actually gives you data for, I think it's about 2 days, 3 hours, 2 days. So you can see this is 9 p.m. This is 12 p.m. 12 a.m. This is 3 p.m. This is 6 p.m. It gets like that. So now what you want to do is you want to print it such that it actually looks like this. I'll show you. Open recent. I've done that thing. I don't know why I can't find it. Should have it somewhere. So amazing that I can't find it. Anyway, it's fine. I can do it again, sure. This one is a little more. Okay, so enter city name. Lagos. No, this one is more elaborate. I'll just do it again so that I can see it. I have so many stuff open right now. Open recent. I have so much stuff open. It's slowing down my system. Okay, so now what I wanted to say you should do is that now if I go back to Chrome, from Chrome, where we could see that the data is quite it's quite a lot. So it's a dictionary, which is normal. I mean, we've agreed that JSON is basically a dictionary. So inside each of them now, there is the first key is COD, which is code 200. The next one is message. The next one is count 40. Count 40 means that we have 40 data points in this URL. Now you have list. Now list is what contains all our data. So if I close list now, you can see 40 items. That's where all our data is. Now we have city. This is the city details. This is the city ID. This is the city name, coordinates. This is Lagos State. Country, Nigeria. Time zone, blah, 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 all of that stuff. Okay, so what we're actually going to target is list, where all our all our forecast data is. So if I close this one now, you can see, close this one, close this one, close this one, close, 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 close. So each of this is actually a forecast. Okay, each of this is actually a forecast. So now, let's say we want to now print out this our forecast in a very nice format. Okay, we want to print our forecast out in a nice format, or maybe even write it into a CSV file. So first of all, let's say we want to print it into a nice format. Okay, so how do we go about this one now? I have temperature. So let's say what we want is temperature. We want humidity. We want weather description. We want wind speed, and then we want visibility, and then the date and time. Okay, how do we write it? How do we write this code to do this? So like so far, have I lost anybody? Please, quick feedback. Quick feedback. Is everybody together? Question. Am I not muted? Am I muted? Okay, so all right, so now I can come here now and say, so have I put the URL? Oh, I've not put the URL for you. I put the URL for you on the Slack. Have I closed Slack? Slack. So okay, so Now I'll come in here and okay, from fetch. To fetch, get it, get this our URL. Now when you get our URL, get the JSON from that our URL. So I'll just write the comments here. Okay. I'm now going to have what do I do? Okay, so let's see what we have on this guy. So now data dot keys. You can see the keys we have now. We have COD, that's a code Abby. We have message, we have count, we have list, and then we have city. And then from the Chrome, we said that what we are targeting is list. So I'll come here and say okay. Okay, so list is what we are targeting. So
That's in 5,000. Okay, look at that. Ah, I saw the news. Like the route they are attending. Shit. How much? Eh?
oh, still good, Abby. Hope everybody is fine. So now the next thing we want to do now, let's see this is our data. What is it? What type is it? So it's a list. And what can we do with a list? We can actually loop through a list. Okay.
Like to make you happy. Like no, I'm even checking for the phone.
Okay. Like this. Sorry, I hope it doesn't look like I'm doing magic to anybody.
Hey, Chima, I'm coming tomorrow now. Wait, yeah, phone said, why did you use that next phone?
Okay, I feel that we have each of the forecasts, like this 40 of them, each of them, one by one. Okay.
The phone said that even when I went on phone issues, for that
What should we be looking for? What are we looking for? Well, we said we want to get the temperature, the weather description, okay, temperature, humidity, weather description, wind speed. Those are the things we want to get, and then the dates. So how do we get all these things from them? So the first thing we want to get is temperature. So temperature is, how do we assess temperature? We've already seen it before with Tosin. Is sorry. Time is go to forecast. Is inside main. And is inside max. Okay, so that's temperature. Stick on the plug. That's so good.
I was just talking to her now, as the way you're calling me, when I was talking.
And then our pressure is pressure. Pressure is pressure.
But she waits, calm down. She has all that. Not the vex. Why you go vex? This person money. It's not easy to bring out too old.
Pressure. And then we have what's the last thing?
The one she bought, she didn't like it. My sister does not talk. I told you. That's how I feel. I don't know. It's just so clear last year. How did you get away from it? And I kind of like.
You can see we have our temperature and our pressure. So now what's remaining now is our humidity, wind speed, and weather description. Okay, humidity, wind speed, weather description, and time. So please, what I'd like you guys to do now, I mean, we've seen how to do this stuff. Now, can you get those other values? So you need to get humidity, weather description, date.
She uses her phone very well. I'm a very careless person.
Yeah, I think those values, humidity, weather description, and date. Please, let's do it now, and then let me see people's code. At least we've done one that looks like that. So try to do this one now. This time, let me see magical. It should be easier for you now. This one too is sharp, sharp. It's sharp, sharp work. Sharp, sharp. Yeah?
The URL.
Oh, okay. The URL. I thought I pasted it on this thing in Slack on Slack. It's on Slack. Oh no, not everybody has their Slack on. Let me. I've posted it. I've posted it on this platform.
Hello, can I hear me? I can't hear anything.
Yes, I can. Are you done? Market for your other system.
I need to see your code. I'm kind of
I can
having
hear you.
issues.
Okay. Sorry. Hello guys, how far? Eshin Shekini. What's happening? I need some magic, please. Magic, miracle, anyone is acceptable. Mr. Tosin, where is your miracle?
I started writing the code on the so at humidity.
Yeah, okay. Mr. Essien, Alpha. Mr. Essien still online. Mr. Hello, Mr. Essien. Mr. David, Miss Blessing, Miss Baraka, humble co-host. Please, I need to see some people sharing their screen.
It means more. I'm coming.
Oshé. Some people are almost finished. All right. I'll calm down. It's not chill anymore. How far are you there?
I'm good. Chill.
Me, I'm fine. Oh, I'm just there.
I want to see your best friend today.
Who is my best? Oh, okay, Chuko.
Yeah.
I thought as much. Where is this? Where does it stay?
What?
Where does it stay?
What did you say?
Where does it stay?
Oh, I didn't go to his house. He stays in Bagada.
Oh.
But I didn't go to his house. He moved to Ekki or somewhere because of his banking job or whatever.
Oh.
I've never been to that place, but I've been to his house in Bagada. I didn't go to his house. It was a bunch of his friends. You don't get to always have something going on. Anyway, he said all his Bagada friends were meeting up in somewhere in Ikeja GRA, so I went there. I went very late because they started at 1, and I wasn't about to sit down in conversation with a bunch of people I didn't know. So, yeah, they were going to leave at 6. I got there around 5:20.
Did they leave by 6?
Yeah. When I left, they were about to, they're already eating and everything. So they're getting ready
Oh, okay.
to leave.
Oh, okay.
And there was crazy traffic on Ikorodu Road, so
Oh.
they were really thinking about that. Because they were going back to Bagada.
Oh, okay. No, are you there? Are you back home now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, 1 second. Sorry, I didn't know I'm not muted though. Sorry, guys.
I'm not seeing the date though. Hello? Hello?
Yeah. I'm with you. Yeah, you can't see
I
the
can't.
date.
Yes.
But the date is like the first thing.
Okay.
So you will do. I'll comment these two out, and then I'll say this is equal to this. 1 second though.
Are you okay?
Then I'll run this. Ini, I'm coming. Okay, it's not me. Beating. Okay, sorry, this should be date. God. Oh, okay, no, this is not the one we're looking for. We're looking for date. Let me just go and check the name. It is okay, DTTXT. You can see it. There's actually the first one. So okay, I've done that one. But you finished the other two.
Yes,
Have you finished the other
but
two?
I've finished the other two. But humidity is flagging error. I don't know. Why.
Oh, yeah, share your screen now. Let's see.
Okay, I'm coming.
So let me see the dates. Let me see the dates. Hello, hello.
Yeah. So
Mine is
yo,
working. Just that description is flagging error, so I just commented it out.
you can share your screen. Let me see
I
the
can
error.
hear you.
You can share your screen. Let me see the error.
You have to stop sharing. You are still sharing. I need to stop sharing so I can share.
Okay, I'll stop sharing. I'll stop sharing.
So here's my code.
Okay, I can see you. Okay, yeah, fine, Abi. Everything works, Abi.
Everything's working, just that description is lacking.
So that means that you've not targeted description well. Let's see. Have you
When I
checked to see
come
the
here,
description?
what is that?
Description is not in main. Description is in weather.
I'm done now.
Oh, okay. Tosi, can you unshare temporarily so that okay, you're done. Okay, you're done. Okay, there's still something wrong. So check. Baraka is ready to share. So okay. Okay, Baraka, you can go ahead and share.
All right.
So the Chijoge guy is.
Can you see my screen now?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So this is the code. For humidity, it is working well. Weather description, I noticed it's inside the list under weather.
Yeah. So okay, so weather is your description is inside weather.
Yes.
And weather is then you found it and then you got the description. Yeah, this is really nice. I like what you did with your separator. Really nice. Really nice. I just did that. Okay, nice. Which one is everything is fine, Abby? Is there anyone giving issue? We have everything already now.
No.
Which one is
Everything is
main?
okay.
Yeah, everything is
I
working.
think that's all. Yeah.
Yeah. You've even gone for the next thing I was going to say, like, okay, let's make it look like it's in a table. But you've got so check your date. You are using DT. Use DT under TXT. DT underscore TXT. Yeah.
Okay.
Ah, nice, nice, nice. Okay. All right. This is cool. This is cool. So let's try and rearrange. But I think you guys are good. You're good. Does everybody else like? Is everybody else good with all of this stuff now? I'm going to just come and play around with some text formatting, string formatting. Now, is everybody good? Yeah. Nobody else. Who else? Everything is solved, child. Everything is solved now. All right. No, Baraka, you can stop sharing. You can stop sharing. Let me share. Wait, hello guys, you've not been hearing me since.
At all, oh.
Can you imagine? I've been talking. My God. Ah,
Yeah.
Christ.
You thought you were trying to fix something.
I was not fixing anything. No. I've been talking. I've been saying plenty things. In my mind, I've changed the world.
Yeah. Superhero. It happened like that.
So you didn't even see when I was doing this thing. Did you see when I was doing this code? Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. Did you see when I was doing this one? Yes. Okay. So we are good with this. So this one was supposed to now be put into a file or something. But now we can't put into it. But I mean, you can, if anybody goes ahead to put this into a file, like make it such that anytime we run this code, it's going to transfer those data into a file. Then that would be cool.
So factorize 10.
Yeah?
So sorry.
I did hear.
Come again, please. We should do what?
I said, okay, like anybody, if anybody wishes to put the data into a file, that would be cool. Yeah, so we've got it to this point. Next step is dump it in a file, but that's for later. So now you have I was saying that the next thing we're going to do now is I was saying that the assignment I gave, this one that was this file, the 3 files for COVID-19, I say you should do this stuff that we can put down on hold against like next week. But the more pressing thing would be to just go to the internet, search for, just get any API. I don't want to give any API. I want you to go out and search for different APIs and try to work with them. So I searched for Bitcoin API. You can search for free Bitcoin API, free news API. So I just said Bitcoin API, and then I visited one of them, and then I'm like, okay, they just took me to this page. I'm like, okay, what can I get from here? And then I saw this URL, and I just highlighted this URL, and then I visited it. Go to. Okay, and you can see automatically this just gave me all of this data. So I'm saying get the data and then try to print it out. Print out all the contents of that data in your Python. So just access the API and then try to show it off. So that's going to be our task against tomorrow. Okay. So just something very basic that I can finish on that 3 minutes or 4 minutes. So then before we leave, I've said a lot of things, man. Before we leave now, I want us to do pip install Beautiful Soup 4 now before we go. So we're going to continue Beautiful Soup. Beautiful Soup is the module that is used for web scraping. So if you want to fetch data from the internet, so people that do data gathering, people that gather data, like you can use this for that. If you want to do drop shipping or all those kind of things, you can use this to fetch your data from different websites. Okay, so yeah, so you can go ahead and please do pip install Beautiful Soup now and confirm that it shows successful. Then we can close for today. Hope I'm not talking to myself again. Hello.
No, you're talking to him, boss. Yeah, I can hear you from my own side.
Okay.
Let us talk, please.
So yeah, so Beautiful Soup, pip install Beautiful Soup 4. If everybody is good, once everybody is good, we'll just close.
Still loading on.
Okay.
Hello, good evening. No,
Yeah, I'm here.
this is giving me warning.
What's the one he's saying? Can you share your screen? Let me stop sharing.
I'm using my phone.
Yeah? Oh, yeah, doing on
I'm
your
using my
phone.
phone for the meeting, and yes, I can't show.
Okay, so you can't share. What's the error saying?
Morning, we trying, then in brackets, we try total is equals to 4, connect is equals to none, read none.
Is your laptop connected to internet?
No.
Yeah, it
Okay,
needs
no.
to be connected to the internet.
Wow. You're gonna believe.
Yeah, it's installing from the internet.
Thank you.
It needs to be, once you are connected to the internet, it will work.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
It's successful now. Thank you.
All right, no problem. You're welcome. Is every other person fine now?
I'm fine.
Okay. Okay, no problem. So I'll just end today. Please don't forget to just go to the internet, search for any API, and then try to work with it and print out its data on Python. Okay, try and pull that off against tomorrow. All right. Then I'll see everybody has to show his own and what he did that tomorrow. All right. So try and do something. Thank you for your time today. Till tomorrow. Good night, everybody.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.